So using OpenDNS is another way to protect your family. We talked about in the last video about the home and the router, and we're just going to put it back up on the screen here for a minute. Remember, all of your internet communication here coming from your house goes through your router. Right? That's your cable router, your DSL, your satellite router, whatever it is. It's connected out to the internet, right? Goes to a pole somewhere, and that goes all over the world and connects to what, the quote unquote internet, right? Where everybody's changing. And then you see it on the other side, or other people connect via their router as well. So if you send an email to somebody, for example, it goes out over here and goes to that person, or maybe you connect from your computer through your router through the internet, which has, and we're just going to add here to this, it has DNS, so the domain name server. So right up here, whoops, Daisy, let's go ahead and add here DNS. So DNS happens here, this translation, to basically goes from IP addresses, which are like 192.168.0.1, and that translates into my PC, for example, maybe the host name. So we're not going to get into what DNS tables do and how they all work, but essentially this is what happens in DNS. So let me give you another example of DNS because it's somewhat important to this conversation. Let me show you an example of DNS. Let's say that I want to go to Dell.com. If I just type in the command prompt here, ping Dell.com and hit enter, you're going to see, now they probably have it disabled at Dell.com, but you're going to see here an IP address. See this IP address? 143.166.244.224. That is an IP address that this DNS server is aware of that goes to Dell.com. Now I can't hit it with a ping, but if I hit Dell.com in my browser, I'm going to get a translation to this IP address eventually. And so what does that mean here? That means that a DNS table essentially translates those names and numbers and kind of keeps a list of all those numbers here, the IP addresses, to the locations themselves. And so why is this important in this discussion when we talk about preventing and securing our homes from bad things? The reason why is because all of the traffic, as indicated here, goes through the internet, through and gets translated by these DNS tables. So right here at this DNS area, we want to have some security, and that's where OpenDNS comes in. So let's just get started here. To go there, go to OpenDNS.com. OpenDNS.com. And there's lots of cool stuff out here. I'm not going to explain it all, but lots of cool stuff. So you may want to go out here, and the service that I'm looking at here is free. Let's click on for personal. And we're going to walk through kind of what some of these things allow you to do. Now there are several, like I said, several options available here at OpenDNS. We're just going to go, there's enhanced, and you can pay for service. But we're going to just hit parental controls and say get started. Now remember, we're blocking this so it goes out of our router before it hits the internet, and it is blocking. Now you can do this one here, customizable, and you can customize it, but I think this one is probably the easiest, and they're both free. This one is $20 a year, so I mean you can get that very nice. Here, for example, 1 out of 3 schools in the U.S. use this solution. Quote from Philadelphia school district. So click on OpenDNS Family Shield there. Again, this is free. And then we're going to go ahead and hit here in just a minute. My internet's a little bit slow. And what's going to happen is the next screen that's going to come up is it's going to give you the ability to go ahead and sign in and enroll for this solution. And when it gets all done, you're going to get here, this right here will automatically be put in as your service provider for your DNS service. So this now what will happen, again, what will happen is when you leave your home on the internet here, you'll hit your router. Your router will have security if you looked at how to secure your router in the last video. And then anything it misses is going to go to OpenDNS, and OpenDNS will capture that as well. And here's theirs. And then you just basically sign up. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's pre-configured. Very, very simple to hook up. Anybody can do it. So try that. This OpenDNS Home VIP is nice as well. Gives you statistics, adds more filtering. So you may want to check that out as well. $20 a year.